just investing back into the community and the young people that are, that are going to be the leaders of tomorrow, going to be the citizens that are going to take up the charge to lead and direct Shawnee to become what it's going to be.
Welcome to the Rubble. Did you know that our city commissioners are all volunteers? And I'm with one of them, Travis Flood, talking about good things. And Travis, good thing happened to you recently.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. So my family and I, we had been in the process of purchasing a house, and then had to do a little bit of work to get it to where it was good, and we finished all that, got the the construction loan turned into a full mortgage, and we did all that this last Friday, and it was amazing. and we're talking about the journey that we've gone on as a family, and how great that was for us, and how we love Shawnee. We want to be here for a really long time, and this is going to be our home for as far as we can see right now, and we love it. And buying a home here was just one more step to really solidifying that, and just kind of setting up a good future for me and my family here. So,
Roots.
Yeah,
it's called
right.
Roots.
Yeah, absolutely.
And anybody who knows me knows that I am a fan of home ownership.
Yeah.
And I want to tell you that if you've been renting for 5 or 10 years and you're pretty good at paying your rent, you can afford to buy your own home. Sometimes it just takes a little bit of knowledge of how to get that done, but we can help you with that. I mean, IM us, or whatever it's PM, I don't know. Hit us with a message, and we'd be happy to kind of point you in directions to trying to buy your own home. Because, I mean, Travis, talk a little bit about that, just the feeling of the difference between, okay, this is somebody else's home, to this is your home.
Right. So we've been talking a lot about having pride in our city, and having pride in our community, and our neighborhoods, and the streets and the blocks where we live, and a lot of that comes from not just from this sense of being proud of our city, but proud of what is what we own and what we give ourselves to, and we've been talking a lot about this like homeowner mindset of what that means, and how that changes your perspective on things. We've either rented or lived in parsonages, or lived in a housing that was part of my job for about as long as my wife and I have been married. A lot of the pastoral work that I did came with a little parsonage, and then worked for a while with a camp, and we lived in a farm, camp. When we first got married, I worked on a big old giant ranch, and part of my pay was to live in the ranch house, and then we're working with Community Renewal. We lived in the amazing Friendship House, and so now as our lives switched, and like I said, we've always taken care of those properties, but and been proud of living there. But this is different.
Yeah,
it is, and it's a sense of something that is an accomplishment, but it's also something that I know is going to be, barring some unbelievable tragedies, going to be something that I'm going to be able to give to my kids,
your lineage.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and the people that come after me, and will be able to benefit from the hard work that Abby and I have put into this, and so that's just like I said, not just planning for today and having this good home, but knowing that this is going to be something that could be a very crucial part of our future too.
Well, two things there, and they're both P words that I want to talk about for just a moment. I want to mention is that there is a physiological difference on the inside of you when you walk out and this is my stake in the ground. Yeah. This is mine. That does something on the inside of you that just brings hope for tomorrow, that you become a new type of person when you're able to put that kind of stake in the ground. And also another P word is purpose. Mm-hmm. It also solidifies a certain purpose for you on a daily level, just to know that, but this space is mine.
Right.
And for a young family, I think that that's even more crucial than for you as the provider, for your children as the ones who live under you within your home.
Absolutely.
Children are really going to be and are our future.
Right. No, absolutely. And we've talked a little bit about that today, about how when we look around the awesome, amazing things that we get to do as parents and as community members and as adults, just investing back into the community and the young people that are going to be the leaders of tomorrow, going to be the citizens that are going to take up the charge to lead and direct Shawnee to become what it's going to be. We just got through with Monsters on Main, and it spent all day there hanging out and talking. And I promise you, I somewhere around 100 kids that came up to me and were like, Mr. Travis, that I'd either done stuff with through church or done stuff with through community renewal, working in the schools and working in the neighborhoods, and so many of them were. Had their costumes on. It was hard to tell who they were, but eventually I saw that and gave them a big hug. It's like, oh my gosh, to see where they are and to see the efforts that we as adults, when we have an opportunity to pour back into somebody, even if they're not even our own children, they're other people's people's people, and to see how they've grown and see what's going on in their lives is amazing. And then we also mentioned that our very first kids club was a group of 5th grade boys a long time ago at Jefferson Elementary, and those boys are seniors now, which is just unbelievable. And you were telling me about some interviews that you had with some seniors, that was just blew me away. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, they are the Joshuas that are happening now with the Moseses that are walking the grounds. We had a great opportunity to speak with 3 high school seniors who are a part of an 0-9 football team. And I said to you, Travis, I said, you know what? If I was a parent of a 5th grader, a 6th grader, 7th grader, 8th grader, considering where I was going to go to high school with my kids, because I had some choices, if I watched the interviews of these 3 seniors and what they said, I would send my kids to Shawnee High School. Because their perspective was just, it was invigorating for me as an adult to hear that kids are thinking, they're seniors in high school, so they're young men are talking and taking the responsibility that is necessary to provide for those that come after them. It was just great, such a great testimony to watch those interviews. So the Dax Leone Coaches Show, it's posted on the timeline, either YouTube or Facebook. Look at those, because those guys are impressive. And I want to thank Logan Cash. I want to thank, I shouldn't have done this, Ren Carter. And I want to thank Landon Davis Barkis, as those guys really touched my heart, and I'm eternally grateful.
1 million people in the United States are affected by Parkinson's. Parkinson's disease affects the brain, causing the loss of dopamine, which affects your ability to move, affects your ability to think. So here are 4 cardinal signs of Parkinson's disease. 1 is a resting tremor. 2 is slowness of movement. 3 is postural instability. And 4 is rigidity or stiffness.
I like to come to action because they make you feel like a winner no matter what you can do. The people that we do it with become family, and we love to come each week and take part. Ask for action.
Clinic Pharmacy across from the hospital has something for you. Boutique items in Shawnee. All your pharmaceutical needs taken care of at the Clinic Pharmacy. Jeff Casterkey and Casterkey Auto Mart knows cars and knows how to treat you right. I trust Jeff Casterkey and his mom Betty at Casterkey Auto Mart. Go by and let Jeff Casterkey help you for any auto body need you have. Sonic Drive-In originated in Shawnee, serving great food fast to your family. Drive up, order, and eat in your car. Now, more than 3,500 stores worldwide, it's Sonic Good at our local Sonics. Clinic Pharmacy across from the hospital has something for you. boutique items in Shawnee. You'll find something you like inside the clinic pharmacy. Kids' home ownership, physiologically, as you lead them, if you can come to that place of home ownership, it does bleed down into people in your own household, but also people that you come in contact with.
Yeah.
It comes out.
All right.
And it's not always easy. I mean, as a homeowner, we think sometimes, well, I don't really own it, the banks own it, blah, 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 blah. Well, okay.
Yeah.
Tell me about that, Travis, is you had steps that you had to take.
Right.
It wasn't the easiest of processes?
No, it wasn't the easiest processes, especially in the current market, with when we started this adventure, it was houses were really easy to get into, and interest rates were had never been that low ever, I don't think. And so it was you could kind of pretty much, you still had to do a lot of work, but it was a lot easier. And then so my family and I decided to jump right in the middle of it, and then the world goes crazy and everything jumps through the roof and everything skyrockets, and it did. It took some intentional work, it took some extra help, but we've got awesome, amazing folks. Shameless plug, the folks at Bank First that helped us work through our mortgage were absolutely amazing. They told us exactly what we need to do and helped us get there. And then the title, the title company, they were there every step of the way. There was an issue that came up with some, as they do with different and they like, this is how we're going to fix this, and it's like I said, it's not been easy, but it's been doable, and we've had help along the way with amazing awesome folks, and I think that's one of the things that we talk about is just that fear of can I make this work, or how's this going to work, and just understanding that there are people out there that want to see you succeed and really put in the extra time and effort to help that happen. And so it's been a wild journey, but a good one.
Well, and when you feel that people are trying to help you succeed, that passes on.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's one of those things. I'm so happy to be involved a little bit with Ryan Brooks and Mission Shawnee, who sends 500 athletes into our schools every week in their mentoring program for athletes from OBU to talk to kids in the 5th grade and just become friends. Yeah. It's not like you have to go in with a purpose that you're teaching or you're training. It's just you have to be able to step out and make it happen. And for me, it's a faith. I mean, it's a faith issue in the sense of I believe in God. I mean, Jesus is everything to me. Yeah. And it's my knowledge of Him that allows me to say, okay, I'm not alone in this. And when you're not alone in something, it makes the work easier, quite frankly, to get done. We forget that when God came into the garden, it was like man was created to work. There's a fulfillment actually that we're missing sometimes by thinking that we're just driving towards comfort. Work actually is very fulfilling, and if you're buying your own home, any work you put into that effort making it happen is fulfilling.
Yeah, absolutely. It has been amazing, and it's nice to come home and see the things that we've done, and to set and our property has some land with it, and so to watch the deer run through the backyard, and the eagles fly, because we're right across the river from the eagle aviary, and they fly past the house and we see them all the time, but we're still close enough to town to be considered in town, which is pretty wild. But you're within city limits. Right in like we're
in the middle.
As south, we're as far south as you can go and still be in the city limits. We're right there, just right across the railroad tracks is outside of the limits.
In your ward.
In our ward,
Commissioner.
Yes.
This is Sean, Play It Again Sports. Be sure to bring in your used gloves, baseball, softball equipment, Proline iron sets, newer bag sets. Just to anything you have laying in the garage, you can get cash for your Christmas shopping. Play It Against Sports. We buy and sell new and used sports equipment.
For 25 years, Eric's has served you and your family for all your prescription needs. Eric and his staff love the community and love seeing you in the store conveniently located on North Kickapoo. Make your day brighter by visiting Eric's today.
I'm Zach Lowe, founder and service manager of 6L Mechanical.
6L can fix anything, no matter the size of the job. Zach Lowe is experienced, connected in the industry. Whether it's a service call or a complete install, one truck or 100, 6L is your independent, reliable answer for mechanical, systematic maintenance, repairs, and system upgrades. At 6L, we have the techs and the capacity to respond to your immediate needs. But even better, when you talk with us about anything dealing with your mechanical systems,
I'm Zach Lowe, and I'm the one you'll talk to.
6L has systems in place to guarantee you
we do the job right the first time.
Harrison Discount Pharmacy of Shawnee is a good neighbor pharmacy. Harrison Discount Pharmacy is courteous, with quick turnaround times utilizing the latest technology from a convenient location on the corner of Independence and Harrison. Pickup or home delivery available, locally owned and operated. Harrison Discount Pharmacy of Shawnee.
transitioning, let me grab something real quick. Is it, I'm a homeowner. I'm also a business owner, and I run into problems. I have to work. And one day I showed up, Mr. Commissioner, and I had one of these hanging on the rubble. And we know that this is called in the rubble because we don't know where the rubble is going or what's happening with the the future. We know what we're working towards. But this was something that was delivered to me, and it basically said, okay, this is a dilapidated building and we need to tear it down. And that was very disturbing because of the process that we have gone through over the last 3 years. We bought this building at a time, like you said, in which everything was going pretty good as far as mortgage rates and those kind of things. And we had secured $250,000 to be able to build this place out. Well, steps occur within the process that throw up obstacles, and you have to adjust with each and every obstacle. And so we took what was once a building and created a structure out of it by tearing the roof off, because that's what we were directed to do. And then we've cleaned it up, and we've tried to make sure that it did not become home for people who need a home, and we opened it up so that sight lines from the street could be easy, and we could see all the way through the property. We spent a lot of money with electricity and water and having the place set. We use it very often for a lot of different things. We've had close to 20 events in this place and around this place. And so when you get hit with something like that, Mr. Commissioner, golly, it hurts. It's like, oh, what do you mean? What can happen? And so sometimes we don't know where to go when problems occur, but it's good to have people that we can think about and say, hey, what do we do here? And so that's, you have more experience with this than I. And what is it that we do when we're stuck with something like that?
Well, then that's first off,
you'd probably like to read it.
I don't know what it says, but I do know that that there are steps that you can take as far as proper channels to reach out to either somebody in the in planning or somebody in code enforcement or just straight to the city manager's office, and I know as your commissioner that when you bring an issue to me or a struggle or something that's going on that you need help with, then I can look at that with you and tell you to the best of my ability what where I can help you and where I can't. Either there's things that are limits on what I can do as far as getting in between you and city employees and city offices, but I can always advocate with you to our city manager and talk to either our city manager or our assistant city manager about what your about what you're struggling with and trying to walk through, and then
so this is exactly what we were talking about, is just having somebody who can come alongside gives you strength. Just to have somebody, you know, in your life that helps you, just to say, yeah, that's tough. Okay, what can we do to see what's happening? Because number one, I mean, you get something like this and you understand why people just totally get pissed off. Like, blah, blah, blah. But also, we all, I mean, if you're watching this, you probably know I'm in a different place. I've worked closely with the city, and number one, I know that those guys over there are just trying to do their job. They're just trying to get things done, underpaid and overworked all around us. Number two, there must be a reason. There's something that's a reason, and I have to trust that I can go and I can, with a little bit of work, I can figure out what that reason is and what solutions are. And so in no way, Travis, do I want to put you on the spot. I'm not looking for an answer right now. But I think that it is a great example of what we're talking about. I mean, even from the aspect of home ownership, because now I'm business ownership and structure ownership, and you run into problems. It's not that you don't run into problems, but if we together can navigate things like this, how much stronger are we?
No, absolutely, and I know that, like, there's certain things and certain rules and certain guidelines that are set up intentionally to help protect us, but then sometimes there's being able to walk through those and figure out what the best course of action is, because I know how hard you've worked on this place, and I know, you know, I can see the vision for this place too, because I love structures like this, you know. But I think that just having some help, kind of trying to walk through the processes and walk through some of the weeds, because it can be hard when you're trying to you know, figure out all the things that are going on, and then the daily life, and then stuff like this, and you've got a plan, and then those plans get derailed because sometimes they do, and so just understanding that, and just having open lines of communication with the different aspects of the city, and then having good communication. I think that's it. It's just really that just, you know, and good intentional open communication. And then also you know, a good understanding of what the rules are and what the rules aren't. And I think that's part of the desire for the updated codes, and bringing those all into you know, into the light, and making sure that we all are on the same page, and if we're there, then we know where we're going, you know. And I think that's it, you know. And that
references a journey, because that's what it is. It's a journey, and it's navigating of your journey. And today, I want to rejoice with my friend and commissioner and volunteer and community worker and employee, all of it, with Travis in new home ownership. How cool is that in our community? And it does. We want to encourage and let you know that if you have been a renter for a long time, you can be an owner. And if there's anything we can do to try to help you, we certainly have resources that we know of that we might be able to help you. And so we want to advocate with you and for you, just like a commissioner advocates in tough times in which we're going through. And we'll keep you advised, or you'll notice what happens. But we're still excited about the future, still excited about the rubble, and we're excited that you're able to spend some time with us, and that you give us your time for a few moments like this.
And thank you, Daniel, for just, you know, being willing to continue to do these things, and just your continued advocacy for our youth and young families in Shawnee. It really does not go unnoticed, and I cannot wait I have not seen the interview with the young men. You told me a little bit about it, but I can't wait to go and watch that, and
there's 3 of them.
I know, because I've
all
seen
3 are great.
I know those guys, and it's pretty amazing to see, you know, who they are, and so. But anyways, just like I said, we're all doing our best. You know, sometimes sometimes our best is
unsatisfactory to others. We will make that clear, and it's okay. It's okay, but continue.
But if
continue,
if I'm doing my best and you're doing your best, then we get a little bit better together, you know. So
that's right.
Right. Awesome.
Because together we build community.
Yeah.
One season at a time.
Yep. Awesome.